1. The Davos Proclamation, Klaus Schwab, and the Great Reset. The formal declaration of this new era did not occur in a factory or a laboratory, but in the snow-capped isolation of Davos, Switzerland. It was here, at the World Economic Forum, WEF, that Professor Klaus Schwab first articulated the concept of the Fourth Industrial Revolution. While the term has since been diluted by corporate marketing departments and reduced to a buzzword in tech journals, Schwab's original presentation was a manifesto for a new world order. Schwab argued that humanity was not merely prolonging the Third Industrial Revolution, the digital revolution that began in the middle of the 20th century, but entering a distinct era characterized by a velocity, scope, and systems impact that has no historical precedent. The Third Industrial Revolution was defined by digitization, the conversion of analog information, paper records, vinyl records, physical mail, into digital formats. It was about computers, the internet, and the ability to process data. The Fourth Industrial Revolution, by contrast, is defined by fusion. It is the blurring of the lines between the physical world, atoms, the digital world, bits, and the biological world, cells. It is the era of ambient computation, where intelligence and coordination are not features of a device you hold in your hand, but properties of the environment itself. In Schwab's vision, a turbine in a factory does not just spin, it senses its own wear and tear, predicts its own failure, orders its own replacement parts from a supplier across the ocean, and pays for them using a digital wallet, all without human intervention. This vision extends to the biological realm. Schwab and the WEF have openly discussed the integration of technology into the human body, from wearable health monitors to implantable devices that can interface directly with the brain. This is where the Fourth Industrial Revolution moves from an economic theory to an anthropological shift. If the human body becomes a node in the network, generating data that is fed into insurance algorithms and health protocols, then the distinction between man and machine begins to erode. However, for such a vision to materialize, for the physical to merge seamlessly with the digital, there is a requisite underlying layer of trust. If a machine is to pay another machine, or if a smart contract is to execute a trade based on the temperature of a shipping container, the data feeding these decisions must be unimpeachable. This brings us to the central crisis and the central opportunity of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, the problem of truth. In a digitized world of autonomous agents and artificial intelligence, the ability to reliably validate data from the external world is the singular bottleneck preventing the scaling of these technologies. The institutions that realized this first were not the Silicon Valley startups that dominate the headlines, but the titans of legacy infrastructure who quietly run the world.